Hey, it's Juan and Janek, and we're here at Fuzz Wars, pedalsandeffects.com. This is series 4, installment 4 of the Fuzz Wars. And we got the Moleko Fuzz, little mini dude, which is nice if you're saving real estate.
Yeah,
on your,
we always are trying to, right?
yeah, because your pedal boards get so crazy and big and you want more pedals and it's easier to fly with when you have little guys like this. That's a really cool thing, Moleko Fuzz.
And actually, it was a lot to do with this is easier to sneak in the house, so my wife doesn't see me buying a new pedal at the end of the day. This one goes in the pocket. Some of these other things, they don't really, you can't hide them, so this is a good one to sneak in the house, you know?
Yeah, try sneaking that.
Yeah, exactly, not gonna work.
So that's the Moleko Fuzz. Then we have the Zevex Woolly Fuzz?
Woolly Mammoth.
Woolly Mammoth.
Fuzz, yeah, Woolly Mammoth. And I've actually known the guy Chuck Zwicky for a while who designed a circuit board in this and finally managed to pick this one up a week ago, which is kind of awesome.
Wow, cool. Then we got the Ren and Cuff Pickle Pie Hella Fuzz. And so this is one that it's got a knob on the side that's like an overall volume, but it's a pretty cool fuzz. Thought we'd throw this guy in there. And then the last one is the Fuzz Against the Machine. And this was a pedal that Janek is a fan of. It's my pedal, but some guy came up to me at a show in Moscow and said, "Hey, I think you'd like this fuzz pedal." And actually, we both really like it.
We dig it.
Yeah. So it's Pump Lab is his company, and he must be on the internet. So if you're into it, you can Google him and find it.
It's called Fuzz Against the Machine.
Fuzz Against the Machine with a little fist. So we're going to start off with Moleko Fuzz, head down the line, you know how this goes. Moleko Fuzz, go.
And it's kind of simple, right? There's, I guess, a volume and an amount of drive. I guess what we should say about this as well is there's a small switch inside.
All right.
Which gives you, one is just a regular fuzz and one is the fuzz with the overdrive and then one is with a boost, I think, and I have it in the middle section which gives both of them basically, so it's like the third location because I want more.
Yes.
More is better.
I think almost everybody's going to start with that first.
Yeah.
I always start by cranking all the knobs up when I check out fuzzes and then backing stuff off as opposed to starting it subtly and then seeing where I can go. I want to just...
First thing I did was this, I didn't plug it in, I took a screwdriver and I, flicked that switch in the back and then I plugged it in and that's where it's been ever since. So just volume and drive.
I think the point to drive home with this guy is that it's small. So if you have like a pedal board that you're flying with, or
which we both are all the time.
All the time. So we just think that it's a great idea to have small pedals so you can have that real estate for maybe something else. Because there's some pedals that just don't come small. Like my Pigtronics Mothership is a big pedal. So in order for me to have that on a pedal board, I got to have something small that I can, offset that big size. So.
And another thing about me in particular is I really, as much as I'm into pedals and I'm into gear and I love it and I search them out and I look for the weirdest stuff and make weirdest sounds, I really don't know that much about it. So when there are two knobs and a button on a pedal, it gets a massive thumbs up from me. And especially when I'm live and I'm like digging around in the dark, if there's less to go wrong essentially for me. So that's always a massive plus.
So, Moleko, good job and nice forward thinking. Yes. So, okay, so let's hit this Zevex Woolly Mammoth.
Yes.
Here we go. Yeah, well, you know what? Like I had said in some earlier Fuzz Wars, some of these pedals like when you play softer, it actually opens it up. When you hit hard in the front of the pedal, it compresses the signal initially and then it opens up. So sometimes when you actually play softer, the pedal just starts off a lot bigger. And I know like a lot of Octavia fuzzes, and we've talked about that, which is, you know, a fuzz with an octave in it. A lot of times you have to play light for it to just sound huge. And when you hit hard, it actually works in the opposite of the way you would think.
Evil sounding, right?
Yeah, nice. And so what I was going to say about the woolly mammoth, so it basically says output EQ, pinch,
Yeah, and wool.
and wool. So obviously we know what EQ and output is, but the pinch and wool, I've been messing with that, and that kind of is doing that thing where it's giving it some big low ends, and then it also, you know, turns that more into that soft playing element. So it's like it opens up as the note evolves. It's just like when like play a chord and you'll hear that. So that's Woolly Mammoth by Zvex. So now we're going to hit this guy. Now this is the running cuff one I was saying. It has shape, volume, sustain. And so this is like a blend, but I just crank it all the way up. So we're going to just see how crazy this one gets. This is the pedal that I did in a Premier Guitar pedal board showcase that they do at Premier Guitar, and this is the one I had on there at the time because I didn't want to take my, like I said, I ran out of real estate on my pedal board. I didn't want to take my big Subtex, so I put this one in its place. And what I really like about it right there is it just opens up. Like you really, sometimes you gotta like take down, like this is the shape knob, but I took it down. Instead of taking that high end up, I took it down and then cranked the saturation up, and then that just gives it that more big low end, which kind of sounds like the Subtex to me.
Fuzz against the machine. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one.
Here we go. So what I was gonna say about this one is that it's funny that he started doing the pinch harmonics because it's actually a knob that's called pinch.
Nice.
So again, this is level, tone, gain, and then the pinch.
Pinch, and the Woolly Mammoth had pinch as well, okay.
All right, so
Nice.
the pinch is, I opened it, when I pulled it back, it started opening up their harmonic bar. If you go ahead, go for it.